Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I'm a little ticked off today. I'm going to talk about something. Forgive me if you've heard me talk about Audrey, my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, my best friend. I knew my entire life that passed away from COVID, from COVID-related pneumonia or pneumonia-related COVID. Does it really make a difference? My age, healthy as me, went to the gym together. And she passed away on August 5th, 2021. Horrible, horrible death. After not getting the vaccine, not wearing a mask, she listened to people like Marjorie Greene. She was scared of getting the shot. Went to Jacksonville, Florida, moved there. Within a day of getting there, got sick. Went to Jacksonville Hospital. 6 weeks later, she was in a day or two later, she's in intensive care. On a ventilator. She's gone 5 or 6 weeks, and she was listening to this nonsense like Marjorie Greene. I want to talk a little bit about Marjorie Greene this morning. Just a day or two ago, she got tapped. She got picked by Kevin McCarthy to be on an investigative subcommittee to investigate Biden and the COVID vaccine. Okay. And a lot of stuff, she said a lot of stuff in the last week or two, plus some videos popped up too. Some of this stuff that's resurfaced, that this is the person that's being picked to be on a subcommittee to investigate. This person that's just putting out a boatload of misinformation that contributed to me losing one of the most important people in my life. And she's being picked to be on the subcommittee to investigate this vaccine. And I just want to tell you the links all for everything I'm going to talk about are going to be down below. One of the first things, this video popped up. I think this is from 2021. And Marjorie Greene had said something about, it seems to be just older people or obese people that are passing away. And a reporter asked her this question. The reporter said to her, and you could hear this, the link will be right down below so you can watch this yourself. You hear the reporter say, well, there's a lot of skinny people and children that have lost their lives due to COVID. What about them? And Marjorie Greene, she just makes, I've never wanted to hit a woman in my life, but the look on Marjorie Greene's face, she makes this like little squeezy face, and she laughs. She laughs and laughs, and she says, you people crack me up. Yeah. When she's asked, you watch it yourselves. Reporter asked her. There's plenty of skinny people and children. And Marjorie Greene just thinks this is freaking hilarious. She's the woman picked to be on a subcommittee to investigate how other people handled the COVID crisis and the vaccine. Not only that, just recently, Elon Musk got a booster recently. You know, the genius, the Superman that has all these companies and Vim and Vigor and runs all these companies. He got a booster recently, and he complained that he thought he was going to die. He was so sick, and he doesn't know if any of this will be permanent. Any of the damage will be permanent. Again, this is all just his word. I don't think he went to any, he just says he was so, he just thought he was that was it. But he doesn't think there's going to be any permanent damage. And this is the part that just makes me, he says, I don't know if there'll be any permanent damage. I don't know. He says, I-D-U-N-N-O. I don't know. This is oh my God. It really just makes me wonder where we are in 2023. This is the super genius that the whole right just loves and worships. I don't know. But he got a shot here. I've gotten every single booster. You guys see me every morning. I'm 57. I'm old. I think I'm older than Elon Musk. And I spent 2 decades using every hard drug known on the planet. And I'm healthier than Elon Musk, apparently, because the booster almost took him out, man. He was so sick, he thought he was going to die, but he don't know. Oh, man. All right, so Marjorie Greene, the link will be down to this now. Marjorie Greene responded to this. She said, this has to be investigated. We have to check this out. She actually says this. This is the person that's been picked to investigate, subcommittee. She says, healthy people shouldn't take the vaccine. This is Marjorie Greene saying this, not me. shouldn't take it. They shouldn't take it because there's too many risks. And she cites McCullough, MD. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Then she says, how can people, sports athletes are dropping left and right like flies. I don't know if she said left and right, dropping left and right, or like flies. She's referencing Demar Hamlin. No, Demar Hamlin had nothing to do with the COVID vaccine. It's the links will be different. That'll be down below. Apparently, somewhere, I think it was on Twitter, somebody claiming to be a doctor came forward and claimed that they gave Demar Hamlin a booster the week before. That's bull. The person's not a doctor, and I don't think Demar Hamlin even got a booster the week before. That I'm not sure, but this guy isn't even a doctor. And and he's not even. Demar Hamlin is still with us, and it had nothing to do with the vaccine. Oh, and then there's the people that think that he's a clone. That he actually that's a clone now. The Bills had a clone at the stadium the other day. That it's not even Demar Hamlin. It just makes me wonder. Are we getting forward? Are we moving forward? Are we getting smarter, or are we going back to the dark ages? Because it really seems like that. So anyway, Marjorie Taylor Greene keeps citing these statistics that come from McCullough MD, and McCullough MD gets it from this VSafe. It's a website. It's something created by the CDC where people could register with a smartphone and just report basically whatever they feel. It's anecdotal responses, just like, hey, by the way, I got a COVID shot, and the next week I was sneezing all day. I got a COVID shot a month ago, and I couldn't sleep for 2 months. There's no doctor, no checkup, you can't. There's nothing to check. If there's, you could say you were abducted. I got a COVID shot, and I was abducted by aliens, or now the government can read my thoughts. You could say that. So this is what Marjorie Taylor Greene is citing. This website, VSafe. It was created by the CDC, but it's just for anybody to call in and report any anecdotal, I think that's how it's said, experience that they had. And McCullough takes this information and they turn it into these percentages that 7 to 8% of people I don't know if it was all people or children or whatever that get myocardia. They tend to have myocardia or myocarditis after getting the shot. And this isn't, obviously, people just calling in and reporting anything that they couldn't sleep, or they were sneezing, or they got headaches, or they were abducted by aliens. This obviously isn't, nobody's checking this. You can call in, you could say anything. This is where Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting these statistics and then turning around and telling people, she's actually coming out. The link will be right down below. I'll probably use it right in the thumbnail. That healthy people shouldn't get this. That put me over the top. Because that's exactly, I'm going to do it again. Audrey, me. Audrey listened to people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. She believed it. She was a busy working person. She didn't have time to go on these websites. She was Republican. She was a Trump supporter. She saw people she knew and trusted saying this stuff, and that was the truth. Other people were sheep. And she went down to Jacksonville. And Marjorie Taylor Greene says that, well, it's up to the people. It's up to people themselves to make the decision. And I thought about that a little more. Audrey drove down to Jacksonville. And somebody, obviously, it was transmitted to her in some way by somebody who felt they had the right to not wear a mask, to not get vaccinated. So somebody gave it to Audrey, and she probably gave it to somebody else. But somebody gave it to her, and somebody that believed that it was their right. Hey, it's my choice. It's my body. I don't have to wear a mask. I don't have to get vaccinated. I'm only hurting me. No, you weren't only hurting you. My ex-girlfriend, my best friend, is gone from people that believed it was their choice not to wear a mask or not to get vaccinated. So no, it has to do with more. This was the most important person in my life. And when I hear people like Marjorie Taylor Greene spouting this, continue to spout this nonsense, I try to let this go because I don't want this to eat at me, to just, like acid eating at me. But then I see Marjorie Taylor Greene elected to a subcommittee to investigate the vaccine and then how the Biden administration handled it. You got to be kidding me. Like I said, sometimes I think we're moving back to the dark ages. The links will all be down below. You guys have a good Thursday.